You were so close, you just did not know it. There is a moment that happens to almost every single person who ever chased something worth having. A moment where everything feels like it is falling apart, where the results are not coming, where the effort does not seem to match the outcome, where every rational voice inside your head says the same thing. Stop. Walk away. It is not working. And most people listen to that voice. But here is what nobody tells you. That moment, that exact painful, suffocating moment where you feel like giving up, is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are dangerously close to breaking through. Today we are going to talk about why most people quit right before their biggest breakthrough. We are going to go deep into the psychology, the science, and the hidden patterns that separate the people who make it from the ones who almost did. And by the end of this video, you are never going to look at your hardest moments the same way again. Let us start with something called the plateau effect. Imagine you are digging for water in the desert. You dig 1 foot down, nothing. 2 feet, nothing. 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, still nothing. You are exhausted. Your hands are bleeding. Every part of your body is screaming at you to stop because clearly there is nothing down there. So you drop the shovel and walk away. What you did not know is that water was 3 inches below where you stopped. This is the plateau effect, and it is one of the most brutal psychological traps the human mind falls into. When we work hard on something, our brain expects a proportional reward. Effort goes in, results come out. But real growth, real transformation, real success does not work that way. It works in silence for a very long time and then it explodes all at once. Scientists who study skill development call this the learning curve. And what they found is shocking. When you first start something, you see rapid improvement. Beginner's gains, early wins, your brain gets flooded with dopamine and everything feels exciting. But then you hit a wall. A long, invisible, demoralizing wall where no matter how hard you work, nothing seems to be improving. This is not stagnation. This is consolidation. Your brain is rewiring itself at a level far below what you can consciously see. The neural pathways are being strengthened, the foundations are being laid. But from the outside, from the inside, it just looks and feels like failure. Most people quit here, not because they are weak, because they are human. Now let us talk about delayed rewards and why your brain is literally wired against your own success. Your brain was not designed for the modern world. It was designed for survival. And survival meant short-term thinking. Eat now, run now, rest now. The reward had to be immediate or the behavior was not worth repeating. This is called hyperbolic discounting, and every single person on this planet has it hardwired into their psychology. What this means is that your brain will always overvalue what it can have right now versus what it could have in the future. A guaranteed small reward today feels more real than a massive reward 6 months from now, even when intellectually you know the future reward is worth 10 times more. This is why diets fail on day 4. This is why people quit the gym in February. This is why the business gets abandoned before the first year is over. It is not laziness. It is neuroscience. The people who succeed are not the ones who somehow escape this programming. They are the ones who learn to work with it. They build systems that make delayed rewards feel real and immediate. They celebrate small wins. They track progress obsessively. They create artificial feedback loops that give the brain what it needs while the real payoff is still being built. They make the future feel like right now, but there is something even deeper going on here. Something that psychology calls the J-curve. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. When you make a meaningful change in your life, things get worse before they get better. Every single time, without exception. You leave the job and for months money is tighter than ever. You start the business and your stress triples. You start working out and your body is in pain and your schedule is chaos. You begin therapy and the first few months you actually feel more broken than when you started. This is the J-curve. Things drop before they rise. And the drop is exactly where most people decide the change was a mistake. But here is the truth. The drop is proof the change is working. It means the old system is being dismantled. The old habits, the old patterns, the old version of you is breaking down. And breakdown always precedes breakthrough. The people who understand this do not panic when things get harder. They get quieter. They get more focused. Because they know the dip is temporary, and what is waiting on the other side is exactly what they came for. Let us talk about the psychology of persistence now. Because persistence is not what most people think it is. Most people think persistence means grinding through pain with gritted teeth, never showing weakness, never admitting it is hard, just forcing through until it works. And that model burns almost everyone out. Real persistence is built on something completely different. It is built on identity. There is research out of Stanford that completely changed how we understand motivation and long-term behavior. What they found is that the most powerful driver of sustained action is not willpower. It is not discipline. It is not even goals. It is self-concept, the story you tell yourself about who you are. When someone sees themselves as a person who does not quit, quitting becomes emotionally impossible. Not just hard, impossible. Because quitting would shatter the core story of who they believe themselves to be. This is why people who achieve extraordinary things often talk about their identity more than their goals. They did not just want to run a marathon, they became a runner. They did not just want to build a business, they became an entrepreneur in their bones before the business ever made a dollar. When you shift from "I am trying to do this" to "I am someone who does this," the entire equation changes. The motivation stops being external and becomes internal. And internal motivation is the only kind that survives the plateau, survives the J-curve, survives the voice at 3 in the morning telling you to stop. Now I want to talk to you about something that almost nobody discusses, and that is the hidden cost of quitting. We always calculate the cost of staying, the effort, the time, the uncertainty, the pain. We add it all up and sometimes it feels like too much, but we almost never calculate the cost of leaving. And that cost is devastating in ways that are invisible until it is too late. There is a psychological phenomenon called the arrival fallacy. When we quit something hard and move to something else, we bring ourselves with us. The same fears, the same patterns, the same moment of doubt that made us quit the last thing will show up again in the new thing. Because the problem was never the goal. The problem was the moment just before the breakthrough that we did not know how to survive. Every time you quit at the hard part, you train your nervous system to associate difficulty with failure. You make it easier to quit the next time, and harder to trust yourself the time after that. But every single time you push through the plateau, every time you outlast the J-curve, every time you choose identity over impulse, you build something that no one can take away. You build evidence, real, personal, undeniable proof that you are someone who does not stop when it gets hard. And that evidence becomes the foundation of every big thing you will ever do. So here is what I want you to walk away with today. The next time you feel like giving up, the next time results are not coming and every voice is saying this is not working, I want you to ask yourself one question. Am I actually failing, or am I in the dip? Because the dip is not the end of the road. The dip is the road. It is the part that was always supposed to be there. It is the part that filters out everyone who was never serious. It is the part that is building you into the person who actually deserves what is waiting on the other side. Success is not given to the most talented. It is not given to the most naturally gifted. It is given to the one who was still there when everyone else had already left. And that person is you, if you choose to stay.